In this video, I'm going to bring you up to speed with everything I've been doing over the past few weeks or month. I haven't posted in that time because, well, I've just been busy really, been busy with work. It's been sunny and hot, needing lots of work to be done in the garden. The garden's been overtaken a bit, as you can see. It's become a water park last few days. It's also a camping ground, football pitch and everything else. Obviously it's been the Euros. The Euros were great, well done England. And the Olympics is starting now as well, so there's no relenting on the amount of free time I'm going to have. So I've kind of figured that I think in the summer I'm going to be too busy, certainly this summer, to put out lots of videos. I'm going to try and go for quality over quantity, and then in the autumn through to early spring I shall do some of the videos. I've got plenty of ideas. I'll do some of the videos that I haven't got round to doing during the summer when I've been so busy. I also find that I watch more videos on YouTube during the winter where I'm less busy in the garden and with other things. So I think it might work out both ways.
So the main thing I'm going to show you in this video is the raised bed in the front garden, which has got my Chamaerops Humilis inside. Now I laid this about, or installed this about 6 or 7 years ago, and just using a cheap bit of log roll, and it's deteriorated massively. I haven't treated it with anything. It's falling apart basically, and rotting at the base in particular. So we're going to take this out and install something a lot more substantial and long lasting, and something I'm going to take care of as well. Bit of a mess because I've got all the weeds, well, mainly grass, growing around the base. So I'm going to take the opportunity whilst I'm doing this to really have a go at taking out, eradicating the weeds. So what we've done is we've cut a 1 meter diameter circle out of a bit of old wood that we had, and we've used some spray paint to draw a circle around it. You can see it's not really actually raised that much off the ground level, just enough to give it some a bit better drainage just below the base of the palm, which I think is very important. So I'm just going to tidy this up before digging out around the circumference of this circle. So having done that, you can see the roots have been exposed in some places. I've tried not to disturb them too much, but we're going to give them some nice fresh soil to grow in. I've also spent a few minutes just doing my best to really try and get the roots of the grass that was growing there out, to save a lot of weeding or persistent weeding in the future. I once protected this with some barley straw, and this was about 6 years ago, and ever since I've been picking out grass seedlings. So I've really tried to eradicate that. We've bought these landscape poles from B&M Bargains. They're about £4.50 each. They are 120 centimetres long, 8 centimetres in diameter. I think they're, looking around, they're pretty good value. They've been treated as well, so they should last a little while. What I've done, I've cut them in half, and I've made the non-pointy end pointed as well, just to help get them in place a bit easier. Beginning to regret choosing the hottest day of the year to do this. It is hard work, but this is how we're getting on. We're halfway through. You can see we've got them in just to the bit where they're starting to get a bit pointy, and as we've put each one in, we've screwed it into the next one. So the strength isn't in what's under the soil, it's the structure as a whole. When it's finished, it will be really strong indeed. So that's why we've done that. Now, some of the ends have been cut, some of them haven't, and they're slightly chamfered. So I realised a few in that we were going to have that issue and I couldn't do anything about it. I could have used all cut ends had I known from the start, but I think it'll look good anyway. I'm probably going to treat the tops so that they all look a bit more, they all look the same basically. So here's the finished raised bed. I think it looks really good. I think we possibly went a bit higher than we anticipated, but as the palm grows, it'll look even better, I think. So we've got to fill this in. Got to go to B&Q and buy some compost and some sharp sand, and I'm going to mix up some soil to go in there. We slightly overdid the perimeter when we were digging away, so I need something to go down there as well and backfill. Now, as we've been going around, I just wanted to tidy up some of the cut ends. Probably should have done this before putting them in, but I found this little file to do a really good job of just neatening off and getting some nice 90-degree angles on these posts. I was going to use sandpaper, but actually this file did the job much better. Okay, after going to B&Q and buying some sand and some compost, I've mixed together, and I've done a video already on soil mixtures that I use for palm trees, including Chamaerops Humilis. But basically it's a combination of sharp sand, perlite, compost and manure, and I also put in some slow release fertilizer as well. So mix all that together and fill it in. And here's the finished article. So I had a bit of sharp sand left, and I just used that to fill in the little gaps on the perimeter, on the outside, and just create a bit of a ring around the raised bed. I think that gives it almost like a little desert island type feel. Obviously it's only temporary, the grass will grow through it, and I want it to, but it just looks quite neat and attractive now. So all that's left is to get approval from the inspector in the bedroom up there, and that's a good job done. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are.